Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at a document about a platform, something called Groco Voice AI.
That's right.
And our goal, really, is to figure out what this Groco thing is, what problem it's trying to solve, how it works according to this source.
And crucially, why it matters for you for your own communication skills.
Exactly. So, let's start with the problem Groco seems to be tackling. Think about those times. Maybe a job interview, could be pitching an idea, giving some tough feedback, where you know your subject, like you've got all the points lined up in your head, but then, well, when you actually start talking, it just doesn't quite land.
Yeah, you stumble, maybe sound less confident than you actually feel inside.
Or you just can't seem to get your thoughts organized clearly, in the moment.
Right, and it's usually not because you don't know the material.
No, it's about getting it out effectively, the delivery, when it counts.
And that feeling, being tongue-tied or just not quite connecting, it's super common. What's interesting in this source is how it highlights why the usual ways we try to improve often fall short here.
What do you mean, like communication books or courses?
Yeah, exactly. Reading theory or watching videos is great. It gives you concepts, but it can't really replicate the back and forth of a real conversation.
Right. No real-time practice.
You don't get to practice speaking out loud and instantly hear, okay, how did that actually sound? You miss that immediate, specific feedback on your delivery.
Okay, so that's where this Groco thing comes in. The document positions it as a voice-based AI platform built exactly for this, helping people grow through better conversations.
Groco, grow through conversation, makes sense.
Seems like it, yeah.
It really targets that gap we just talked about. So instead of just theory, Groco offers like a safe space, a low-stakes place to just practice talking.
A practice environment.
Exactly. The source emphasizes the goal is building your confidence, your skills, for those specific high-stakes conversations you actually face. It's designed as a place to, try things, maybe mess up.
Without real-world consequences.
Precisely. Learn from it and then try again.
Okay, so how does it create that safe space? The document says it simulates real-life scenarios.
Right. So you can choose what you need to work on. Maybe it's prepping for an interview question you dread, or rehearsing how you'll handle a performance review, or getting ready for a client pitch, even just practicing navigating a difficult chat with a colleague.
So you pick your poison, basically.
Kind of, yeah. And the core of it, what seems fascinating, is the voice-based practice. You actually speak to an AI agent.
You talk to the computer.
You talk to the computer. And the document explains these AI agents use pretty advanced stuff like the AI and modern chatbots that really understand language.
Oh, okay. So they can listen contextually.
Yes, and respond in a way that feels more like a genuine conversation partner, not just reacting to keywords.
That context part sounds really important. And then the feedback. That's the other big piece the source mentions. It says it's real-time feedback.
Yeah, real time or right after the session. It analyzes how you spoke.
And what does it analyze? Just clarity.
It goes deeper than that, according to this. It looks at your tone, like, did you sound confident, hesitant, maybe too forceful for the situation?
Okay.
Clarity, definitely were your points easy to grasp. Structure, was it logical? Did you wander off? It can even pick up on filler words, ums and us, or how fast you were talking.
Wow, that's pretty detailed. That makes the practice much more useful, I'd imagine, not just good job or try again.
Right, it gives you specific things to work on. And the source also brings up growth analytics.
So it tracks your progress.
It's not just one-off feedback. It tracks how you're doing over time. You can see trends, like, are you using fewer filler words? Is your clarity score improving? How's your confidence rating changing for certain scenarios as you practice more?
So you can pinpoint strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. See where you need to focus.
Okay, so let me see if I've got the process right based on this document.
Yeah.
You choose a scenario that matters to you.
Yeah.
You have a conversation with the AI agent,
Right.
just talking naturally.
Right.
Then you immediately get this detailed feedback on how you did tone, clarity, structure, all that. And then you can jump back in, practice again, trying to apply that feedback.
That seems to be the core loop described. And the overall message here, reading between the lines of the source, isn't about achieving some kind of robotic perfection.
No, it sounds more about improvement.
It's about continuous improvement, becoming more natural, more fluent, more, genuinely confident when those real-world conversations happen. It's building the skill by actually doing it.
Okay. So wrapping this up, thinking about what this means for you, the listener, and your own communication. Here's something to chew on. We know communication is huge, right? It affects opportunities, relationships, your influence. So how much difference Could, say, just 5 or 10 minutes of focused, judgment-free practice using something like this right before a really crucial conversation, how much could that change the outcome for you?